Now we're following breaking news from the state capitol, where lawmakers have finally agreed on how to distribute almost $12 billion of your tax money around the state. It's been a long and grueling day at the State House, and Michael Doudna has been there for all of it. And Michael, what do we know so far about this new budget?
Well, we know that it's pretty much all done. It's about $11.8 billion we're talking about. The House basically passed every single part of it except for one last little kind of straggler bill that they'll be wrapping up in the next few minutes here, and will likely sign and die also within the next hour or so. But with this almost $12 billion budget, we thought we'd single out about 4 facts. And the 4 facts we're singling out starts with one part of the legislation that has nothing to do with the state's finances.
Been able to sleep because of this issue.
The issue causing Senator Paul Boyer to lose sleep is fact number 1. How could lawmakers get through a budget standoff? See, Republicans Paul Boyer and Heather Carter said they would not vote on the budget until lawmakers voted to extend the window for sexual assault victims to sue their assailants.
Some things transcend everything we do down here at the Capitol.
Lawmakers found a compromise, which extends the statute of limitation 10 years and gives a 1.5 year window for those who are outside the age group. And the State House was able to move on. Fact number 2, that much maligned $32 car registration fee looks to be gone, reduced to 0 for the next 2 years. Fact number 3, what to do with all that money.
$1.3 billion is the dollar amount increase from last year.
The biggest recipient of the cash, education. $543 million in new money, enough for a 5% teacher pay raise, money to hire more counselors. But onlookers from Red for Ed felt there could have been more.
We're hoping for legislators to take some of our needs a little bit more seriously than they did.
Especially as $542 million will go to a rainy day fund, growing that fund to over $1 billion, which is just there in case of an economic downturn. And finally, there's fact number 4. With the budget bill going on, it was a pretty partisan issue, a lot of party line votes, but one thing where you saw Republicans vote with Democrats, well, was on a piece of legislation which would practically triple the per diem or daily allowance that lawmakers get pretty much a pay raise for lawmakers. They passed about 8:30 or 9 o'clock. Now, of course, that has to be approved by Governor Doug Ducey, and we'll see if he actually puts his signature on that at a later date. We're live outside the state capitol. Michael Doudna, 12 News.
All right, Michael, thank you.